The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Let me take away with
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sideline Summit. I'm Antonio Perez, joined as always by Danny Cole, DC, UPenn's finest, and Chris Coulter, CB Coulter Boy. We have another great episode for you guys today. We're going to be, of course, talking about the NBA playoffs, but we're going to be giving our summits and plummets in NFL Draft Edition, as that just passed. My Eagles did great, and the Steelers did great. The Ravens signed Lamar, and they got weapons, so everybody's eating around here, to be quite honest. And then, of course, we'll talk about Joel Embiid, and then we'll wrap it up with a guess the NBA player. But Chris and Danny, how are we doing today?
Joel Embiid is the NBA MVP. That's enough said, man. Bryce Harper has returned. We're going to see his debut at the bank on Friday.
Yes, we are. And first hit was a double today. So,
shout out Bryce.
W then.
I took it over on 1.5 bases on Prospect. So thanks, Bryce.
Yo, Bryce is on crack for real. How did he return in under 160 days from a torn UCL? That man is whatever medicine they're giving him. I'll take it.
Different.
He got that Mahomes stuff, the Super Bowl Mahomes gear.
He got the
stuff you get on the stuff you get on Broad Street Deli.
Real.
But nonetheless, Summits, Plummets, NFL Draft. I'm not going to try to be the homer here. I thought the Patriots had actually a pretty good draft. Traded down, still got
they drafted a kicker though.
Hey, man, you need what you need. And on day 3, you can kind of just do whatever you want. But nonetheless, They traded down a couple spots, still got the best corner in the draft, in my opinion. I just thought that won the first, not one out of everybody, but they made them winners in the first round. You let the best corner in the draft fall to the cornerback guru, who is Bill Belichick. So I thought they had a super good draft. And in that aspect, plummet of the draft, I'm not even going to say the Lions. I feel like that's just like a super scapegoat thing to say. My unpopular one, me and Danny were talking about, is the Houston Texans. And I was trying to look at it from the logic that trading next year's pick is like Will Anderson would have been your next year's pick. But next year is going to be loaded. And like Will Anderson, maybe last year he could have been viewed as a number 1 overall pick guy, but not this year, not after the way he played last season, a little subpar to his standards.
Sort of, man. But like there's I wasn't belief. There's this belief that so many teams keep trading back their picks so they can get next year's draft class, that the Cardinals could even trade back next year to get next year from next year's draft class. And that's a problem, right?
Cardinals could realistically end up with the top 2 picks next year.
They could, and that's what I'm saying. They could trade back to a QB needy team and then still have a top 3 pick. But here's the thing: the Texans traded this year's top 12 pick and next year's first and a second round pick for Will Anderson. It wasn't just next year's first. It was
you give up. It was multiple, like lots of stuff. They could have just kept it 12, got CJ Stroud's buddy, like I mocked them to.
But you know what?
Nonetheless,
I do like
you can take the torch. Honestly,
I do like what they did there a little bit. I think D'Amico Ryans was a great addition to their team. I think they failed the draft process in that aspect because they're not a win now team. Because it's Trevor Lawrence's division right now. He's playing a division with 3 rookies. Maybe Ryan Tannehill stays and he plays Tannehill, but is Tannehill really a threat to Lawrence? We saw what happened last year.
No,
he's not.
No.
I'll do a winner and loser for the draft. My winner is actually the Seattle Seahawks. They did not miss it all. They just hit everywhere. Devin Witherspoon, I think, has the highest potential as a corner in this draft class. I think that Christian Gonzalez is the most polished right now. But I think Witherspoon has potential to be generational. I'm not just tossing that word around, but I think Gonzalez and Witherspoon could both be like some of these like Sauce Gardner type prospects right now. They're legit. They can ball. And
I want to ask you, what do you think's a better top 2 prospect duo, Stingley and Gardner or Gonzalez and Witherspoon?
I'll take last year by a million.
I can see that. And I hope Stingley actually gets to be used this year. He was done so wrong and was forgot about in the mix.
Don't
And
let
people
him
like, oh,
play.
what happened to
Don't put
Stingley?
him in zone, man. Let
Yeah,
him run, man.
what's he
He's a man
supposed to
corner.
do? What's he supposed to do? Just being a cover 2 corner. But yeah, I agree. I think the Seahawks did great. A rare first round corner pick from them. They usually, get the guys later, and then Pete Carroll does his thing. But
Bro,
nonetheless,
the
if you
Legion
like
of
a guy,
Boom is back.
you like a
The
guy, you take
Legion
him.
of Boom is back.
Yeah, if they can just figure out that that front seven, then they're looking good. But of course, you have to have a loser because that's how things work.
That's true.
It's hard, man. My loser, ironically as enough as it gets, is the Dallas Cowboys. I didn't like any picks they made.
Respect Deuce Vaughn now.
Okay, Deuce Vaughn, yes, but his dad's on the staff. His dad is on the staff. He's not gonna get that many carries.
Are you saying he got?
He got Jalen Brunson.
He got that. Are you saying he got that Thanasis treatment?
Oh, yeah,
not really, a little bit.
Nah, come on.
Good Lord.
But
he shouldn't be anywhere near a roster. Goodness gracious.
Be realistic. Like the Cowboys did not make a good draft. They didn't. I think the Cowboys might have had a good offseason, but they had a bad draft.
Yeah, but I do think they were one of the teams that could maybe afford a bad draft.
Unless I agree with you.
Unless they took like an offensive lineman. Oh, well, Mazzie Smith is going to help immediately, I believe. But like
he's a good
it's not like they could have added.
Mazzie Smith's potential is so. It's just he has a good floor, I guess. His potential is not that.
Yeah, but that's something to look forward to. He can be effective immediately, kind of like how Aiden Hutchinson was. Like, what's his potential? We don't really know how high it is, but he'll be effective immediately. And it's just like if they added any weapons, like if they wanted to take Mayer, would Mayer have been the breaking point for them to win a Super Bowl? I highly doubt that.
Who the hell's playing tight end?
I don't know. They can make a call about Jack Stoll if they want, but
me.
I mean, better than probably any other options they got right now. But we'll swing it to Chris before we move on from the NFL draft. Winner or loser, summit or plummet from the NBA draft for you, Chris?
Well, my summit from the NFL draft is something I talked about on the show before the draft. I was happy to see Rajon Wright get an undrafted free agent deal from the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah,
thought that was really, really cool. So I was excited about that. So that's like a half summit because that's really random, but that's one of my dudes. I was happy to see that, and I was happy about the Ravens draft. I mean, I think a lot of people may have thought that they would have been done getting playmakers because for some reason Ravens don't draft playmakers all the time, or they don't develop them as well as they possibly could. So I think getting Zay Flowers was really, really dope. I'm really excited for that. I'm excited. I can't think of the linebacker's name we got too, but I know he probably may be a starter immediately. Forget his name. What's his name? Who the Ravens drafted linebacker? Tom?
They didn't take Drew Sanders, did they?
No,
I can't quite think.
I can't remember, but I'm happy about that because I seen Patrick Queen's tweet. He looked like he's pretty sad. So I actually like Patrick Queen. So it is what it is. But I think that those are my summits.
They picked Trenton Simpson.
Trenton Simpson, that's his name.
Oh, yeah. That whole Clemson defense's stock was like weird because the coordinators and just the overall.
Did any of the Delco Elite boys go or
I don't know if anyone got signed. I know no one got drafted, unfortunately, but I know this just a bump in the road for them, and especially Maul Martin, because like he played like 3 years of Division II football, and he was like the best defensive player in Division II football. And he transfers 1 year to Wake Forest, and he balls, and he broke his hand or wrist or something. He was playing corner with a club on. Like he essentially threw any idea of getting like real interceptions and real stats out the window for tackles, for breakups, for like I don't know. I think if he had a couple more years at Division I, then I think he probably could have got drafted, but it's how the dice rolls, and you got to put your head down and move forward. Another thing, a lot of people were pointing out about the Ravens draft, they were saying like, oh, why draft Zay Flowers? He's like the same thing as Hollywood Brown. Look, Hollywood Brown ain't bad. Like he's a pretty good receiver. Exactly. The problem is that why is not only was he your number one, he was the
He's our
only
one.
dude there.
Exactly.
He was your only one, like outside of Mark Andrews, who's obviously amazing.
Mark Andrews is basically wide
Mark,
receiver.
no,
he's the one. Yeah.
Yes,
but
we'll talk
one.
Actual wide, like Mark Andrews is amazing, of course.
Patrick Ricard's the second option in this offense. Those sleep.
Fullback screens are a thing, unfortunately.
But I mean, now you got Odell. Now you got Zay Flowers. Hopefully, if Rashad Bateman can stay healthy, he could be a solid 2 or 3.
This is all injury team, man.
And we're getting DeAndre Hopkins. Keep speaking it, Tone. Keep speaking it. Keep going.
I think Cardinals and Hopkins seem to be amending things, which I don't know why, but
too bad.
Whatever it is.
Too bad. Allen Robinson is going to own the Baltimore Ravens.
Too bad DeMarcus Robinson's gone. I liked him, even though he wasn't great. I liked DeMarcus Robinson. He was cool. Thanks for your hard work.
Man, Sammy Watkins was a GOAT for a Raven.
No thank. Get him out of here. Him and Willie Snead can go away. No thanks. Please don't bring him anywhere near my team.
We can transition into Celtics Sixers. They're the only game on tonight. James Harden, an absolute flamethrower in game one, had 45 points, went 6 for 6, 18 points on the 2022 Defensive Player of the Year, and Marcus Smart, which was hell of a performance, but I do expect Smart to play a little better in that one. Danny, I'm going to swing it to you. What did you see in your Sixers in game one?
Okay, well, I'll start off. Marcus Smart is expected to play tonight after suffering chest contusion. That's a great move for the Celtics.
I
thought he was having a heart attack or something on the bench.
Genuinely, dude.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
That was actually terrifying. But nonetheless, sorry, go ahead.
But anyway, what I really saw is Clippers Tobias Harris. I saw Tobias Harris be aggressive. I saw him get the ball, go to the rim, take a midi, and be efficient with it. Everyone's talking about James Harden. Harden played the piss out. He played lights out. He played phenomenally. He hit the dagger.
As Pierre would say on Through the Wire podcast, James Harden showed his ass that night. As P would say. But
they said his pre-workout was a honey bun that night, right?
Boy,
easy.
it was a visit with little baby. He didn't see his baby mama. He didn't see his baby mama, little baby, in a while, so he had to go off.
I don't know if you saw when he turned around. He did one of those. He looked at Meek Mill and did that. He did the Meek Mill.
James Harden got too many moments of him staring into the camera, bro. He's hilarious. But yeah, nonetheless, dude, awesome game. Chris, I'll ask you this. What did you see from the Celtics that they could either keep up in game one or they need defense is an obvious issue. So what are a couple things they could take into game two to help them get the win in Embiid's return?
Well, for one, I think making sure Jaylen Brown gets shot attempts in the second half is going to be really important. I mean, he can't go 8 for 10 in the first half and then not really shoot as much as he needs to.
First quarter, basically, man.
Yeah,
they were fucking cooking us in the first quarter.
So I think
they were going stride for stride for the first, I want to say, 20 minutes of the game.
Fair, but if you just watch the Celtics possessions, you'd think that the Celtics were winning by 20.
Oh, yeah, well, crowd gets involed.
I think they started 17 for 20.
Something like that. Yeah, they shot pretty historic. It was good stuff. Yeah, like Jaylen Brown, 8 for 10 from the field. But here's the thing with Jaylen Brown, in my opinion. Jaylen Brown was top 10 in the league in touches this year. It's not like this dude is like people say, oh, he's second fiddle to Jason Tatum. Not really. It's a little more 1A, 1B in terms of how they use him than you think. But no, I absolutely agree. Jaylen Brown needs to go get the ball.
There's a couple
down the
things,
stretch.
Though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead then. Go ahead.
There was a couple.
And then we can,
the Jaylen Brown touches is one thing, but also too, I think Grant Williams doesn't need to play, and it's not because I don't like Grant Williams.
Hell no, he does not.
I like Grant Williams. But I think so. It's easier to if it's one person that you don't want switching everything, which I think the Celtics do a great job of, is in this series is Robert Williams, Grant Williams, because you don't want that foot speed on James Harden or Maxey. That's the only problem. And I think they were able to hunt Grant Williams a little bit more in that last game. And I think it'd be different, of course, with Embiid on the court. I mean, just the dynamic of the game changes. But I think that'll be important for the Celtics too. And I mean, honestly, I think they played them pretty well. I don't expect Tobias Harris to do much of anything the rest of the series with Embiid back. That's just my personal opinion. So I think they don't have to worry about that. I think they guard Maxey really, really well. They've done it the whole year.
How was Maxey making those scoops? I genuinely do not know how he's making those scoops.
Yeah, he had to step up, man, and he did so. Toby stepped up. Melton, my goodness,
Melton is one of the
stepped
best
up.
bench players in the NBA by far, and he doesn't get the credit.
He's a
He's not
starter,
a
bro.
six-man type of guy, but he's definitely.
He started last game, but he usually.
Yeah.
No, never mind. He does start. Am I tripping?
No,
Yeah, he
Melton starts because
starts.
Maxey come off the bench, right? Does Maxey come off the bench?
No,
too?
Maxey came off the bench for like this weird stretch where Doc Rivers was trying to prove a point, and they kept losing games. So
yeah,
but yeah,
no.
he's definitely very good. The
one thing I will mention is if
go ahead.
B-ball Paul Tone, I remember you said he did not deserve minutes in a important playoff game. He stepped up. He proved you wrong. He hit those clutch free throws.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is that the definition of stepped up? Because
B-ball Paul?
My goodness, I've never seen Jason Tatum take it to the hole that many times, and he's definitely not going to do it tonight when Embiid back. But them B-ball Paul minutes were getting abused.
Yo,
but
PJ Tucker, if held Tatum to an efficient 40.
And a masterclass.
I ain't even going to say,
Tucker.
see, that's the thing. That's another thing. Like, Tatum, and this isn't a problem. Like, star players do switch on to less difficult defenders. The game winner, James Harden, sought out Al Horford. That wasn't all on PJ Tucker. I think he could do a little bit better job, at least attempting to beat him off the dribble, because he can beat everyone off the dribble that I've ever seen. It's just like a matter, I guess, of comfort level, But to Tatum's credit, I'm talking about Tatum. But credit to Tatum though, he only shot 5 threes and he made 4 of them. That is exactly what they need. When he is aggressive, they're either collapsing and he's kicking because he's the most underrated playmaking of any top 20 player in the NBA, in my opinion. And if he doesn't drive, then the defense has no reason to fear him. I mean, when he's on from deep, he's on from deep. We all know that, but he's not always that. It could be 4 for 5 in game 1, and then we're looking at 1 for 7 tonight. So,
all right, you think Tatum, a dud from Tatum tonight, and a JB good decent game, do you think the Celtics win?
No, probably not. I'm surprised we. I'm surprised we.
Break it to y'all. It's a Brogdon game tonight. I feel it.
A Brogdon game, bro. You will not go on FanDuel.
Shut the fuck up about fucking Malcolm Brogdon.
You will not go on FanDuel
pissed, right?
And go and bet $40 that Brogdon's scoring 40.
Oh, you did. Oh, $40.
Not about no 40.
But
look,
Brogdon,
tonight,
for sure. I'll tell you that.
When you say it's a non-star game, let's say, this is about to be the Josh Hart game.
That's what I mean.
That means 15 points, 3 threes, hustle plays.
Yeah.
I hope Malcolm. That's the thing. Malcolm Brogdon was having such a good game, and then he just did that dumb shit.
Yo, what was up with the shot clock at the end of the game? They did not feel it. They didn't.
Bro, I don't give a crap about. Oh well, look at here. The shot clock went off before it hit Maxey's hand. Dog, he hit Maxey for a touchdown. It doesn't matter. I don't know why he just didn't throw the ball up. But nonetheless, last thing I wanted to say, I was talking to you guys about this. There's no reason Al Horford should have even been playing in game 1. There's I don't know how tall B-ball Paul is, but is he really that much of a dominant threat that we need Al Horford's slow feet out there? It's just an excuse to get him sought out. And we saw it. Tobias Harris ran a LaMelo ball at Chino Hill's lap around the court and then scoop layup on him. Unreal. Did y'all know LaMelo Ball did that against Anthony Simons, by the way, as a freshman?
Sure did. Yep.
They
also beat Jordan Poole as a sophomore when Jordan Poole was a senior, by the way.
Jordan Poole shot from 40 last night for the game winner.
Jordan Poole got that same shot selection to this day.
Jordan Poole is Colin Clownherd if it was a person.
But nonetheless, I think Robert Williams needs a lot of time tonight. And he doesn't, like Chris mentioned, he doesn't got the foot speed like the other wings and stuff. Where he beats Al, though, is he has the athletic ability and the length. If Harden gets a step on him, he's got a chance. Yeah. If Maxey gets a step on him, he's got a chance. So, but nonetheless, we can switch over.
Someone told me they take Kevon Looney over Rob Will.
It's just ridiculous.
Right now. That's not a horrible take. I mean, none of them got a crazy offensive game. But
I just not taking Kevon Looney over Rob Will, man.
Well, we can get into the Warriors a bit right now. AD, Chris, you and I are big LeBron fans. How long have we been waiting for the moment for LeBron to just finally go to someone else?
I'm so
Like,
happy LeBron could have a game like yesterday and still win. The dude played terrible, and they still won because of an AD masterclass. And also, what I told you, Tom, the reason the Lakers need D'Angelo Russell is the reason why people hate him. This is why he makes some terrible plays. But out of nowhere, I don't know if I remember when the game got tied 112 to 112. He made a random bump. Somebody, it really could have been an and one layup that put us up 2 again, and we're able to kind of go away. So that is what I take away from it. And also, the person I love to hate, the person you love, Tom, Dennis Schroeder, my favorite person.
What the hell did he eat last night? He ate too many green beans or some shit.
Yeah, Schroeder was great, and what Schroeder does, he's annoying. He made enough plays. He made enough shots. He wasn't efficient, but he was enough. I'm happy with Dennis Schroeder.
He got the rebound off the pull miss, and I think he was looking to AD like call timeout, and then LeBron called timeout from the other side of the court. Yep. Lakers played good last night, and
Little
Anthony
French
Davis
man was trying to call timeout. He said, "What is the timeout?"
German man.
German, French? I don't know what the hell he is. He's somewhere near.
Dennis Scrotum doesn't really matter, but they played a pretty good game. Yeah, and it's been like LeBron, I think more than anything, there's been games this playoffs where he's looked like LeBron James, and then there's been games like last night where like, damn, bro, that it's the foot, it's the age, it's something. It's been a long time though. And I think this is a proper way. Like if they go to the championship, AD wins finals MVP, I think that's just a good
torch pass.
Like that's the ultimate torch pass. I mean, AD's like 30, but like, but AD's been playing like one of the 5 best players in basketball so far this postseason. He's been by far the best defensive player in the playoffs.
Easily.
4 blocks a game.
Easily.
What?
And the shots he deters, the shots that
I was saying this though.
The shots that he makes people not shoot. Like yesterday, the reason the Kings didn't have that the inside presence. So Curry was getting a lot of floaters. They were getting a lot of twos and a lot of in-between shots. Now, Clay took a lot of in-between shots last night, but Curry couldn't really get to the in-between shots. It was either a 3 or nothing. And that's the way you got to beat the Warriors. You have to make them do that.
I'll tell you this, though. AD will give you the softest, like, 30-23 you'll ever felt. Like, you watch the game, and you feel like he's just not doing much. Like,
really?
Because he makes it so easy, dude. Like, he gets it on the post or the midi. Unreal. Like
it's just like it looks like he's not trying. Bro. That's what I'm saying.
To be quite honest, yes.
Like you know how Embiid looks like he's like busting his ass, sweating his ass off.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis chilling there like, I got this one. I got this one.
Yeah, AD, Jokic, and Paul George are the 3 players in the NBA that look like they never are trying, but they're always like doing something good.
And then we got the opposite. We have Russell Westbrook, the dude who looked like he just took an Adderall before he went out and played.
Hey, he'll give you the loudest like 10,
16,
6,
8, and 9. I'm telling you.
Yeah, like the loudest like Draymond stat line you'll ever see. But I would say another player who looks like they're giving it their absolute all on every single offensive possession, Kyrie Irving. Like you would swear the dude is a walking 30 and like, 20, 22, 25 ain't bad, but like, yeah. But anyway, with the Lakers Warriors, AD literally forced them to shoot 53 threes. Like they shoot a lot of threes, but 53, they shot 106 shots. Like half of their shot chart.
Literally half.
Yeah, kind of. Bro, I mean, Curry didn't turn up to the 4th. Klay Thompson turned things down. Each. That's that. So Clay started like 3 for 3 or something like that, and then he went like 6 for 21 to end the game. It wasn't that good. And Jordan Poole, I mean, I'd agree. Jordan Poole, when he's hitting shots, that's how he's effective. And I don't hate the look at the end. I think he just has you don't really have 10 seconds to get it back into Curry's hands. They're guarding him like this is like El Chapo in his prime, trying to get away. They're guarding him. This is like, I don't know, 2016, like 2017 TK. Like that's how they're guarding him. And you don't got time to get him an open screen and get him the ball and get him a good look. Like that was the best look they were going to get. A 30-footer by a good shooter. Like he's a good
and the person was hot. He was hot as well.
Yeah,
he was 6 for 10.
Yeah, and he was shooting fine. Tyrese Halliburton on like the player cast or whatever they were doing, he was like, why do y'all hate that shot? Like that's the best shot they're going to get. Draymond was like, I don't hate the shot. Like, I get it. And yeah, like a bunch of people were just kind of like, it wasn't the worst thing ever. But
he caught it in a weird space too. Like he was in a space to where he was like about 34 feet from the rim. So it's like, if I catch it here and take a dribble, it's a time for somebody to contest, and it's a difficult shot. Being a right-handed shooter like Jordan Poole is, catching on the left side of the court and having a load on your right side after one dribble is not impossible. But I mean, that's Steph and Clay range, and also too. I mean, you see how Vanderbilt and those other dudes were guarding yesterday. They were on everything. So he just took a dribble up. It probably would have been a worse shot. So, like you said, I think it's the best one they probably could have got for real.
I'll tell you this.
Shout out Vando.
My pick is still Lakers in 7. I think the Lakers still go to the finals.
Yeah, and I mean, I still have Warriors in 7. I expect a better shooting night. I've been expecting for 8 games now. Klay Thompson to fucking shoot the ball. I think Steph Curry will have a overall better night. He did have a spazzing fourth quarter, but a better night expected from him. Jordan Poole a little smarter down the stretch. But yeah,
I expect
like Kevon Looney had 20 boards and like Kevon Looney had 20 boards and dude, he was just getting worked, man. It was
crazy.
Bad, man. AD is on that top 5 in the world mode.
Dude, Kevon Looney's offensive rebounding last night was actually still decent. It just wasn't as good as it was in the Kings series. We're like, Kevon Looney was getting treated. I'm like, yeah, he was, but I looked up. He had 19 boards. I'm like, damn, when did he get them?
The problem is that, like, I'm not telling him go at Anthony Davis, but like when you get the ball, like you get an offensive rebound, just go up. You're either getting hacked. You're the only body that can compete with Davis at the rim. So like you need to go up and force a foul. You need to try to score in that point. And once you get it 2 feet from the basket, that's the easy part. Getting it at least to the rim, So yeah, but shout out to the Lakers. They played amazing defense. Rui only played 11 minutes, but I'll assume he'll be a bigger factor down the stretch. So. Does anyone else have something to say on that series?
Now let's move on to the less important series.
Well, we'll move Heat and Knicks for right now.
I mean, they're
Knicks
1-1.
get a win. Yeah, they're 1-1. Heat got a win without Julius Randle. Knicks get a win without Jimmy Butler. Not saying those two are equal in impact. I'm just pointing something out.
We got 2 in South Beach.
Yep.
Jimmy had 2 days of rest. 2 days. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be fun.
I think we're seeing. Yo, I don't know if you saw the picture of Jimmy Butler in a hat like this. Someone said, and he was jawline. It looks like Jordan. It's scary, man.
Yeah, bro. And then when you watch Jimmy Butler play, it looks like Jordan. Like
it looks like Jordan.
No. I saw that. Butler coming back. I don't think the ankle's too serious. I think they took the opposite of the Sixers mentality. Like how I said, I think Embiid play tonight, go for the kill, get both in TD Garden. I think the Heat are kind of like, all right, we got all the confidence in the world. Let's rest our only source of offense. We got one. We're good. Head back to South Beach. He's rested up. We're good to go. And damn, they almost got it. They almost did it, but Jalen Brunson said no. Jalen Brunson had Jalen Brunson. Yeah, no, that is
the worst celebration. I hate that. I hate it.
Oh no! I was about to say that's one of the best 3-point celebrations.
I don't get. Okay, maybe I don't get it. I'm missing it. What is he doing?
It's just like it's like the 3, but it's just hard. It's just hard, bro. It's not the whole team. The whole team. What did James Harden? James Harden, every time he dunked on somebody, he acted like he had a nosebleed from going too high up.
Too high. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
That was
really cool.
Yeah, but Jalen Brunson.
One of the soccer players used to do that. He used to score a goal and go like this.
Actually, I have seen the soccer player. I don't know who, but I've seen like on a commercial.
Paulo Dybala.
So, conversations need to be had about Star J Barrett. My guy. I refuse another good game from Star J Barrett.
And he was set. And he was set in the fourth quarter. He's set. But
he's not even the third best player on that team, man.
Yeah, don't lie to yourself.
I fear he is, unfortunately.
He's not.
What is Josh Hart?
Please don't say quickly.
Don't say it quickly.
I'll tell you this. Best player on that team? Josh Hart is more important to this team than RJ Barrett.
Currently.
Okay.
Right now. The way they're built right now, I think so. Maybe.
Hey, man, that's I mean, that doesn't make him a better player than RJ Barrett, though. RJ Barrett is he kept them alive through some games against the Cavs, and then he had 2 pretty solid games against the Heat until they crumbled in the second half. Mainly, the main thing
was supposed to be some
efficiency.
generational guard out of Duke.
Yo, where do you hear these words generational? No.
Danny's not wrong. I've heard that coming out of RJ Barrett. It's like, yeah, he could be as good
out of high school or out of Duke.
Both. Unfortunately, both. And
yes.
Remember, I told you,
I've never heard a third overall pick get called generational ever.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't say generational.
Zion was deemed generational.
Really good. Agreed.
Because he was
Zion
Shaq compressed.
Yeah.
But
Shaq compressed.
They thought he was gonna be better than what he was.
Zion like 50% Shaq.
All right, here you go. You taking Maxey or RJ Barrett?
Maxey, don't fucking do this. I've been team Maxey for so long. I had him over Tyler Hero. Even when Jordan Poole was on top of the world, I had him over Jordan Poole. I had him over RJ Barrett. They are all in
Amari's trying to say that Jordan Poole is the best.
Exactly. Maxey's just different. I think out of all them, Maxey could be the second best player on a championship team.
He suffered. He suffered when Harden slid over there because Maxey's game was supposed to expand. It was supposed to expand after that good year he had after his second year. It was supposed to expand a little bit. And now
his only job is go get a bucket.
Chris, you know there was a time when Tony told me that he wouldn't trade Maxey for KD?
I ain't say that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not.
I promise.
You said that, and I said, will Tyrese Maxey ever be as good as Kevin Durant at this point in KD's career? I said no. So, yes, I'd trade him. I said no to Jaylen Brown.
If it was anyway,
we can get on top. Well, we can come back to this. We can come back to this on Suns Nuggets. But overall, for Knicks Heat, I like what I'm seeing so far. I just want everybody healthy. Obviously, Hero's not going to be healthy and whatnot. But shout out Gabe Vincent and shout out Caleb Martin. They kept the Heat alive. They kept them alive last night.
It's all I want to say about the Knicks too. The thing about the Knicks, they have Josh Hart who is playing like the Heat play, similar. Like he's going crashing real tough, shooting corner threes, playing hard. I think that's what's helping the Knicks as far as them being able to compete because Jalen Brunson's going to compete, RJ Barrett's going to compete, and I respect that about him. Julius Randle's going to compete. Yep. But having somebody like Josh Hart, dude's going to play hard. He rebounds like a power forward. Dude's 6'4", for real. So, I think he's in his P.J. Tucker bag right now where he's just so valuable to them, even without scoring. P.J. Tucker has 0. He's probably the third most impactful player.
Most points ever without a field goal attempt. Didn't even shoot one. Unreal. Josh Hart is my random breakout player next year to just start averaging 18 a night. I don't know.
He's a perfect role player, dude. He's perfect.
It's not like he's got a crazy bag, but he moves good on offense. He don't look
quick enough. He's strong enough.
Exactly.
Enough.
He just get in the gym. He get in the gym, put himself a nice little crossover behind the back combo. We'll have conversations. Y'all know that.
Certainly.
But we can move on to Suns Nuggets. Oh God, I just messed up something. Anyway, Suns Nuggets. Suns got their back against. Well, I wouldn't say back against the wall yet. They haven't played home yet. But damn, do the Nuggets look good? They look good.
Dare I say it? They look good, but only look good as they were at home. Dare I say it? Because I'm doubling down on this shit. I'm doubling down. I said it last week. I do not believe in the Nuggets role players. I still don't. Those 2 games did not do it for me. Jokic had a crazy
after
game.
seeing what Jamal Murray did, you still don't believe
Let me finish. Jamal Murray isn't a role player. He's the second guy on this team, so I don't count him. I think I count role players starting. Michael Porter Jr. is an elevated role player, but I think that starts your role players. I think Aaron Gordon's a role player on this team, but an elevated role player, like the Bruce Browns, the Jeff Greens, those dudes giving those. Like JJ Redick said, he had a good point. He was like, those dudes shot 10 shots, over 10 shots apiece. If you got 3 bench players attempting more than 10 shots, then they're probably getting a lot of touches, probably a lot of fast breaks, a lot of open threes. The KCPs of the world. I don't see them doing that in Phoenix, even without Chris Paul. I just don't see that happening again. I could be totally wrong, but I just don't see that happening again. And I don't got
I would say you're right. The Suns want to win this series. These starters are going to have to put in some major overtime, which is a problem. The Warriors falter too. It's the playoffs, and Steph Curry's playing less than 38 minutes. What are we doing? It's do or every single game is do or die.
Do or die. Yeah.
Imagine if the Celtics put Jaylen Brown in for 30 minutes tonight.
Look, if either Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown play anything less than 40 minutes,
they're losing
we're not
the game.
serious. Yes, exactly. They're losing the basketball game. And it's that simple. And like for the Sixers, if Joel Embiid's on minute restriction, Harden's got to give you 40 minutes. And
40 minutes.
He's got no
And
problem.
Maxey.
The dude wants to win. Maxey wants to win. These Suns guys, I don't know if it's a Monty thing or whatever. Bro,
that's what I'm blaming. I'm blaming him. Scapegoat.
Yeah, this dude won Coach of the Year last year.
I blame Monty and DeAndre Ayton. And the only reason I blame DeAndre Ayton is not because he's not guarding Jokic well.
He's
bro.
a bum.
I didn't expect him
Show
to
some
guard
heart.
Jokic well. That's the problem. DeAndre Ayton has all the first of all, if you look at DeAndre Ayton, like just look at him and like his stats and how he plays, he has the tools to be a top 5 big man. Easy. But he has the heart of a fucking I didn't mean to curse, but he has a heart of a nothing. He has no heart, like DC said. He doesn't even compete for the boards. Like, it's okay, Jokic is better than you. He's MVP.
He belongs
at least
in.
Try, bro. At least try.
He belongs in the Wizard of Oz because he needs a heart.
I'm telling you, I'm with that. And he belongs in a place where basketball doesn't matter. Like ship DeAndre Ayton.
Where basketball doesn't matter, Shanghai.
send him to Charlotte, bro. Even worse than Shanghai. Send him to Charlotte. Because that's where basketball doesn't matter anymore. Send him to Charlotte.
He's not starting over Mark Williams.
Of
course
course
he's not starting over Mark Williams.
He better get that player mentorship on 2K and ask how to get the rim protector badge or something because he's cooked.
Needing player mentorship from Mark Williams is hilarious, bro.
Nasty agendas.
But we need dominating. We need that. We can't have this dude who on 2 separate occasions where like there's video footage of you
just looking.
Hey, yo, my man, I got next. Like that's what you look like on the sideline while Jokic is trying to get a board.
Well,
this ain't 2K, bro. Get in the game.
Rim. Dude got pushed under the rim, sat there and looked and watched everybody else try to get the ball. I'm like, what the? I thought he was hurt or something. He just looking like. Then he like, what you rubbing your hands for? It's your fault.
Yo, he threw a pass. He threw a pass like 3 feet over 6 foot tall Chris Paul's head and told Chris Paul go get it. You telling 38-year-old Chris Paul jump up 34 inches in the air to get your errant pass across the court.
Growing, by the way. Chris Paul was already halfway ripped before he asked him to do that. Then that's what ripped.
No
heart. That's what
heart.
did it.